In 30 years, I do not remember ever waking up and saying, I wish I didn't have to go to work, or I hate going to work. Never, never, ever dreaded coming to work. And I think that is an accomplishment.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Sias, the instructor for this first-year seminar. Because I wanted to underscore the value of interviewing and digital storytelling for my students, I decided that I would model the process and do the final project as well. It's been my great fortune to have worked with Professor Nedra Lowe for more than 12 years, and it was my sincere honor and pleasure to interview her as part of our series, The Meaning of Success. Nedra is one of the finest teachers I know. I have observed and admired how she interacts with her students with kindness and enthusiasm for years. She is the epitome of an engaged professor. When she has brought her classes to the library over the years for instruction and information literacy sessions, she consistently takes part. She doesn't use that time to grade papers or anything else. She interacts with her students and with the librarian. These are her students, and by actively participating in their library-based research sessions, she shows them the importance of information literacy. Let's listen to some of Nedra's views on teaching, learning, the importance of a work ethic, and the meaning of success.
I think probably starting out more lecture kind of thing. I'm really not so much a formal lecturer, but I like to make sure that I covered the material that was in the textbook, so I would reteach from the textbook. I had some interaction with students, but now it is so much different. Now that I know about learning styles that I didn't know about then, really, did not know. I don't think I ever had a class that taught anything having to do with the preliminary education courses. I did not have any of those. I was just strictly English. And so now I know about learning styles. I know about right brain, left brain. I know that we need to keep students engaged. So we have a lot of give and take, questions, answers. If I am in a classroom with computers, we'll use the computers, or we'll use smart boards. Yes, we'll use some of those. And so that's changed a lot.
Much more active learning.
Much more active learning. Now we're going to hybrid classes where you meet them for one day a week and then they do assignments online for maybe the second class period. Now that might be a good thing. I've not had experience with that, but lots of new technologies coming in that I've read articles where instructors are getting students to do things with their phones. They're, using the phones to teach a particular thing. I think, wow, what wonderful thing to do. I think a good teacher really, really cares about student learning and teach them in a way that they want to come to class, that they want to do the assignments, that they see the importance of take attendance every class period. They get points for being there. They get points for doing the assignment. If they aren't there, no points. Now, I have made a concession because students will say, but I did the work. Can't I get credit for the homework? I'll give them half point. If they show me that when they come back, they show me that if something was worth 20, I'll give them 10.
And sounds like both through what you've said about attendance and then in your own approach to grading, you're teaching your students responsibility.
I hope so, because my daily points are called work ethic. And work ethic is attendance, participating, and of course doing the work. And I tell my students, it doesn't have to be done perfectly, but you've come prepared to discuss. I've developed a good work ethic, and I think work ethic is important. I am never late. I'm not saying I have never been late to class, but if I've been late, it's not been more than 1 or 2 minutes. I think that, you have to set an example. If I don't want my students late for class, I certainly shouldn't be late for class. I try to be there at least 5 minutes before class starts. Those are just some examples, I guess.
That work ethic is
That
really
work ethic, yeah.
strong theme.
For me, it is. My mentor is Sarah Denman. She was the one who hired me, and she just led me every step of the way. I had never really taught in a level above high school, and I would go in her office and she would almost tell me, this is what I did and this is how I did it, and then I would listen to what she said, and then I would either try the same thing or do a takeoff of what she did, but she never saw it as a bad thing for me to say, Sarah, I don't understand this, or Sarah, what did you do for this? She never said, oh, you mean you don't know? You should know. She never did. She just was so helpful.
Tell me about what you consider to be your greatest accomplishment in your teaching life.
I don't know if you'd call this an accomplishment, but I think it speaks loads about my love of teaching. In 30 years, I do not remember ever waking up and saying, I wish I didn't have to go to work, or I hate going to work. Never. I might have said, I wish I didn't have to do this particular project, and usually it was a project not related to teaching. It was another, maybe I got release time to do or reassigned time to do assessment, which I didn't really enjoy, but I might have thought, I wish I didn't have to do this particular assessment report. But never with teaching. I have never, ever dreaded coming to work. And I think that is an accomplishment. And
how do you define success?
I think you define success for me by saying, do you hate getting up in the morning and going to work? And if you don't, if you love that job, if you love the people you work with, to me that's success. And if you're seeing the results too, I want to see my students finish the course. I want to see them graduate. So the results are important too, to be a successful teacher. I think I picked the right career for me. I couldn't ask for a better career. I'm happy. I like teaching.